Breaking news out of Hollywood. A two-time Oscar-winning legend has died. Jake is joining us now with more on the loss of iconic actor Gene Hackman. What happened here?
Yeah, so this is a pretty big story. Actor Gene Hackman, as well as his wife and his dog, were all found dead in their New Mexico home yesterday. Local police are still investigating, though they say they do not suspect foul play. Hackman was 95 years old. He and his wife married in 1991. They lived in Santa Fe, New Mexico for decades. Hackman retired over 20 years ago. Since then has lived a quiet life outside of the public eye. But when he was a working actor, he was not just considered one of the best. He was a staple of a generation of actors that would help redefine Hollywood in the 1970s. In short, if he wasn't your favorite actor, he was your favorite actor's favorite actor.
Now, call me foolish, call me irresponsible. It occurs to me that a 500 megaton bomb planted at just the proper point would
destroy most of California. Millions of innocent people would be killed. And the West Coast, as we know it, would
fall into the sea.
What made Gene Hackman a generational talent, along the lines of a Brando or a De Niro or a Pacino, is that he could play everything. While he won his first Oscar for 1971's The French Connection, an entire generation of young moviegoers were introduced to him as the villainous Lex Luthor in 1978's Superman. But while Hackman was always believable as a villainous real estate tyrant or a high-profile lawyer or even the President of the United States, a role he played twice, he was just as believable as an everyday man. He could play the kind of guy we grew up down the street from, even the coach of a high school basketball team.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
Arguably the greatest basketball movie ever made, Gene Hackman starred as Coach Norman Dale in the 1986 sports masterpiece Hoosiers. It was the kind of performance that showed Hackman's range, a reminder that he was one of us. We believed him as a ruthless killer. We believed him as our best friend. We believed him no matter what, because he was simply one of the best there ever was. Hackman won 2 Oscars for The French Connection and another for the Clint Eastwood Western Unforgiven. He was nominated for 3 others. Locally, he may have been born in California, but he was raised in Danville, Illinois. There are many who would place Hackman on their Mount Rushmore of all-time great actors, because at the end of the day, that's all he wanted to be. As he once said himself, "I was trained to be an actor, not a star." Gene Hackman was 95 years old.